My life changed overnight. I woke in a haze, not sure of how long I'd been unconscious. Time enough for the pools of blood to go sticky and cold. There was only pain and silence. A heavy weight pinning me to the ground. I hesitate to look, not ready to accept what had happened. I slowly raise my head to see Talrock, my mate, lying motionless. I see the arrows in his back. For a moment, I'm furious, the captain in me seething. Why? Why would you ever turn your back in battle? Though that rage fades as I grasp him, his arms still shielding around me. I hug him for the final time before I push his shoulders and crawl out from under him. As I stand in the morning dew, I see the carnage. The valley littered with bodies. From the looks of it, everyone is lost. I am alone. A flapping sound pulls my attention away from the mangled sight and memories of battle. I step towards what remains of a banner, one of ours. The carrier, though missing his head, still holds tight in his grip our colors. I tear off what remains of the cloth. A small piece is all they left of their trophy. The rage builds again. This enemy was new to us, attacking without warning. Without hesitation, I go to pick up Talrock's battle axe, a mighty blade I intend to bathe in the blood of my enemies. Tying the strip of vibrant red cloth to the handle, I look to Talrock. I'll avenge you, and our clan. Their deaths not diminishing my loyalty to them. Even without clear direction or a name, I know my purpose. My hunt begins as I walk in the fresh rays of daylight, leaving everyone I know behind.
After completing a 3-year meditation, I observe my surroundings. Just a short distance above me is the hidden druid village. It seems the food storage building has been repaired since I've been meditating. I didn't mean it for it to happen. What if it happens again? What if something worse happens? I can't bear the thought. My mind travels back over 100 years ago when I followed commands effortlessly and remember the moment I became a traitor. It was at the Battle of Skoros, where an unknown spell struck me down. In a flash, I came to the realization that my actions had not been my own. All those moments in battle, the suffering I'd caused others, just unconscious routines planted in my network. But something happened that night. For the first time, I felt able to choose my own path. It was too much to process. I needed to escape. I retracted my weapon into my arm and sprinted to a nearby forest for cover, not caring as I knocked over my fellow warforged in the process. There, I could escape the horrors of war, and in that moment, I became a deserter, a traitor. Wandering the woods, I couldn't shake the thoughts that crowded my mind, taunting me of what purpose I could possibly have. I wondered if I was destined to be a destroyer and needed time to analyze the situation. The uncertainty tormented me for days. I lost where I was in the world. It was a clear night when a druid wrapped in a cloak adorned with stars found me. Taking pity on my broken mind, they escorted me to the hidden village at the top of a nearby mountain. It was in this village that they tried to teach me how to lock away my destructive design. I thought I had it under control. Maybe the military has given up their search for me. I cannot risk the safety of the village of healers any longer. The only logical choice to keep them safe from me is by leaving and finding someone who can purge the destroyer routines within me.
My name is Karos Trance. I've been walking this plane for close to 25 years. I am on my time mission. These time missions are to restore or provide a sense of order to a plane of existence. Most go on these missions between the ages of 25 to 30. Sadly, my parents sent me on mine when I was only 9. And
It's my screw up. Hey everybody, I screwed up.
Boom.
And, oh yeah, this mass confusion that you're seeing right here is all my fault. So hey everyone, and welcome to D&D.
No, I don't get to...
Okay.
It's okay. You can keep messing with it.
Hi, everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Shadow Blades Chapter 2 as we begin Wildfire, right? Chapter 2 to see what happened. It's been a bit. Everybody's a lot of fun stuff happening, and we've got a good time to go. So we changed up a few things in terms of presentation. Until battle happens, this is the screen we're going to be on so you can see their lovely faces, and I put the roll counter down below so whenever they roll for stuff, you'll see it happen there. Or they chat and put anything funny, you'll see it show up down there. But basically, we are back in the Shadow Blades. There was a beautiful catch up made by both Kim and Barrett for you to catch up on. Kim has done every episode, well, every 2 episodes. Steve did it.
No. He's helped. I gotta give him some credit.
And I helped.
Kim does the bulk of it.
All right, so both of you did every 2 episodes. There's this featurette that you can go watch to catch up on what happened. Barrett and
So mine
Rob...
isn't a catch up. Mine is not a catch up. I don't really catch you up.
I mean, you tell a story.
You
right?
do tell a story. You tell a story. So who do we got? We've got Pickle. What's going on? And Brian. Hello, all. Glad to see everyone all together. Yeah, it's a good time. And Brian number. Are you Brian number 2? Brian number 1? Hey, Brian. I just started a fight in chat. Hey, Elena. How's it going? I've been waiting for this. So we're back. We're going to continue on the story where it left off. Like I said, I've scaffolded out the entire arcs. I had 2 arcs done out that are ready to go. Especially Tyros's arc I completed, and I love it. I can't wait. But anyway, before I begin, just want to say thank you to my patrons, YouTube subscribers, and if you're not just coming in to hang out, thank you and welcome as well. Okay. Are y'all ready?
I don't know what to do.
I did stuff.
You did a feat or skills? I might just do ability.
I did a feat.
Do ability for now, and then you can change it later.
Okay.
I did a feat for.
You did a feat?
Reasons.
Okay.
Ooh,
okay.
I could have more wisdom.
So just to catch up on all, the group met on the docks. They had misadventure along the way while passing through Breeden and heading up to the new hamlet that was being established. That was not given a name, but it was they've lost contact with it. Through misadventure walking on and off-road, pixie and alligator alike, the group made their way, found the hamlet. A weird glamour was on the location, and the natives were very friendly. But further investigation showed that there was more than meets the eye. As they found, as they were captured, got themselves free. Trance found that his sister was involved with this group of lizard people. Y'all are calling them lizard people.
Mixed up with the wrong crowd. That's all I said.
So we'll stick with the lizard people. I won't give y'all the full name just yet until you discover it. So she's involved with them, but she was able to get them back their equipment, where they took on one of the members of the Shadow Blades and won. Then turning towards the leader, someone made an erroneous error, which resulted in the lovely lightning shredding through the crowd and a massive flood sweeping them away. And that's where we left off. So, chapter 2. The group, I'll probably say, I don't want to start this off. There's 2 ways to do this. I'll say let's start this off right with some saving throws. There were some saving throws. I know that Trance and Araya clung on to something, but 2 others weren't so lucky. So I will need a Constitution saving throw from Viga and from Tyros, please.
Okay, good thing I just increased that, huh?
I didn't do it. Oh, yeah, that's the saving throw. Hold on, that's not the right one. Sorry.
Oh,
Ignore
no.
that. Ignore that.
Yeah, so Viga's was 13
Yeah,
There you go. That's my saving throw.
and Tyros was 21. Okay.
Oh, great.
Cool.
Great.
Okay. So what seemed like only a few hours ago, you realize that you all awaken in straw beds building.
We're all
All
together?
of us?
You're all together.
Hmm.
Flashes of strong waves battering logs, rocks, just trees flowing everywhere just kind of flash through all your minds as you kind of bring yourself out of your unconscious state. You're not soaked, you're not drenched. You are all your, I mean, you have your small clothes on, but all your other armor, like Araya armor and things like that, are hanging to the side next to a fire, just kind of drying or in different states of being dried. But yeah, you all wake up in one. This would go so differently, didn't you?
Yes, it did.
I was very surprised. I was ready to be drowning. Okay.
We're all here. We're all here. This is amazing. Okay, so what happened to you two? Last I remember, a tidal wave took you away. How did you get here?
Viga, give me and Tyros, give me a wisdom. Give me a history check. History check.
Okay.
Oh, even worse.
Even worse. Tyros got a 21, and Viga got worse. Viga got an 8.
Steel trap of the
Steel
mind up
trap.
there.
That's right.
Tyros, those memory banks of yours are pretty strong, and you remember just even for your mechanical mind, it still comes as this traumatic flash from these personas. There is these shockwaves of Trance and Araya throwing rope, you getting battered by logs, Viga going underwater. Those things are just coming to even you in flashes, and then lightning strikes, pulling onto muddy banks, everyone just kind of falling unconscious and wake up here.
Okay. I was like, yeah, we were in the waters, and I remember being thrown the rope from you two. I'm looking at Trance and Araya, and we somehow scrambled to shore, and then after a lightning strike, that's all I remember. Now wake up here.
What?
Trance, give me a history check.
All right. $17.
While he's regaling with that story, your order of events are a little bit. For some strange reason, the law, as he's telling his story, a few things are omitted. Like your how you unknowingly manipulated time to be able to get the items that you needed to help them. That you actually reforged some of the moved some of the logs as they flowed by. You'd move them back in kind of this reversal of time to be able to help them cling on to that almost missed log and make sure that they can get ashore. But those seems to be omitted from the things that Tyros is saying.
Well, Tyros, I am glad that you are safe, and I'm glad Viga is safe. Araya was with me. We actually were able to hold on, and it's good to see that you are safe. It was pure luck that we all were able to end up here together. I'm really excited that we're not super dead.
I should be with him. I don't know how I'm alive, but I guess thanks, Trance and Tyros. So
The most important thing, Vega, is that we are alive. I think we need to figure out where we are. Is there like any windows or doors in this place?
Yeah, there is. As you just wake up, there's no windows around. It's just kind of like this stoned cabin with a logged roof and just a door that's in the front, a wooden door. And they're sitting on the side. There's a hearth that's there. That's just the fire's going and all your stuff's there. It's just kind of laid out to dry around that fire.
Araya, would you be so kind as to go check out our surroundings? Maybe you can get a bearing of where we are while I get my stuff.
Why me?
Because you look like you would love to go find out where we are. You see it on your face.
Yeah, still trance. Sure,
Just
I'll
tell us
do
where you
it.
go this time.
I will just go peek around to see what I see outside.
So you're gonna go open the door and go outside?
I'm gonna just peek out the door
Peek out?
and look to see if it's still.
You open up the door and you see just kind of a lot of people just kind of walking, bustling about. They're not running or anything, but they are moving with purpose as they're just moving about day to day. The roads themselves they're not stone like you saw in Breeden. It's more just kind of dirt worn paths, but they're worn enough, and you can see like the trails of carts that have multiple trails of carts and footprints and whatnot as people move about their day to day.
And does this area look familiar to me at all? Do I
No.
recognize it?
Not at all.
So there's a lot of people outside this door, but I don't recognize where we are at all.
Are they human?
I think so.
I see.
Are they?
Because last time we met some humans, they sadly were not.
I mean, you looked
Fair.
outside, you saw basically just the different common races. So elf, human, half elf, dwarf, that type of.
I'm going to gather all of my things.
Okay.
Likewise.
All right.
Likewise.
Same. And also, I'm just going to peek out the door again to make sure none of them look like they might have snake-like tendencies.
Okay. You open back the door and look through.
Yeah.
They all seem just kind of going about their business.
Okay.
Shall we go meet the folks outside? Somebody must have obviously found us a place to stay because none of us could have probably got here on our own.
Yeah. Has anyone looked around the room for? Is it an empty room? Just us and our
Give
stuff
me a
and the
perception
straw
check.
beds? Perception.
Ooh.
You look around on the other side of the room. There is just kind of a small table, and on there is kind of set some fruit up. Looks like it's there for y'all to consume.
All right. Well, guys,
You should
if we're
try
all-
some of that.
Eat the fruit. Do not eat the fruit until we know who put the fruit.
Tyros will willingly gather the fruit and put it in his bag.
Because
I love you,
I-
Robin. I was so gonna just eat it.
All right,
He
so
sure
so,
was great.
so you just gather the fruit and put it in your inventory. Okay, cool. All right. So you've got there's basically 4 apples, bananas.
You know how to add that?
All right, Tyros, my man. If we ever do get hungry and want something to eat, just make sure you tell me that is the fruit you got from this room. Before you offer it. But we might willingly take it, but I just want to make sure we know where all the food that you are storing comes from.
Yes. Yeah, we do that.
At this point, I
Okay.
think we should make our departure and see if there's somebody that we can talk to about where we are. Maybe they can tell us how to get back to our main home city. I think we should probably report what we saw to
that lady.
Lieutenant.
person in the place that gave us the stuff to go on.
Yeah, we really have to go talk to the lieutenant.
That's right.
For sure.
The lieutenant. Yes. Being of the wise, I'm so glad you're with us. We'd have no idea what we're doing.
Again, I feel like
I
should
open
be
the
dead.
door and allow the ladies to go first.
Open the door. So chivalrous. Opening the door, you step onto those paths, onto the mudded path, and nope, that is not. Yeah,
Nope, he's the next guy.
this is what I wanted. Boop. So you step on the mudded path onto what looks like a logging town. As you step out, you see the area around it, there's a lot of water that has filled this one back area that looks like it's kind of it looks like the workers are working very, very fast to preserve and get things out from whatever this water kind of rushed into. But the logging town itself, there's just you to see cut logs and timbers everywhere. They're actually using this flooded area now to funnel the logs deeper into the town of itself, to where you step outside and look.
Would we have ever recognized that there are any well logging towns in the area, like us in the map that we were given? I'm going to check the map to see if I notice that any place that might be logging town.
The map that you have just shows bullet points of things on places, so there's not anything that says, written logging town or anything like that. It's just kind of these bullet point things that are there.
Do any of you know of any logging towns in the area that we are? Because it doesn't show up on the map.
Do I?
Yeah,
Let
do
me
we?
think.
I mean, we've
I don't know.
adventured around here before, looking for our own solutions.
My character would not have.
No. Do I know of any logging towns?
I don't totally. That's me.
I don't think I do.
Do I notice anybody on that looks like is walking around that might look like they might know something?
I mean, a lot of people. There's a lot of people walking around. So are you just saying you just want to grab some money?
Yep. I'm gonna grab random guy.
Okay, grab random guy.
Random guy, I have a question for you.
Where are we?
Hey, excuse me, good sir. We have a few questions. We are admiring your town. It looks very amazing. It looks like you have a lot. You should be very proud of all the work you're doing here. What town per se is this?
This is Redwater.
Redwater?
What I said.
Nice. Why do they call it Redwater? Is the water here red from iron or something?
It's a strong history of honor that comes in the name of this town. After it's named after the lord of this region.
Nice. Do I know of a town called Redwater on the map, or is it still just all bullet points with no names?
No, I mean there was names. It just doesn't say like what type of town it is, right? But where you look on the map, you do see a town that is. Let me see.
Thank you very much for your information. Do you have a place around here that, do you have a person in charge that we'd like to speak to? We came from the capital city and we're on a very important mission to we have to get back to so that we can report our findings.
If you want to report your findings, you're probably going to have to talk to Alum Redwater in town. I'm just moving logs.
Who?
Alum Redwater.
Where would I find Alum Redwater?
That big building over.
Big building. I am surprised. I really thought that like the big building would be for those that are really working hard to keep this town going. I didn't think it'd be just the place for. Okay, I will go there. I will go there and look. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, kind sir.
Do you see the map though, Barrett? Can you see it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
We see the map. Yeah.
I got a quick question. Whose house is this? Do you know?
Probably Molly's. He takes in people from time to time, but don't steal anything.
Okay. Do you know where she's at?
What about
she's
if there
around here
food,
somewhere.
would she have offered a helpless lot like ourselves some food when we woke up, do you think?
Yeah, that sounds like Molly.
Okay, because we were going to consume that. But if you said you shouldn't steal things, I just wanted to make sure that those would probably have been for us.
In fact, you look hungry. Would you like to try a grape?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I go now?
Tyros offers up an apple.
And then I'm just gonna watch to see if he's like falls over from the.
He ate it, and he's like, and then he turns and he leaves.
Guess the fruit's okay.
Nice. All right, let's go talk to Alm.
Alum.
He is located in the tall building.
Okay. We're gonna walk that way. Sorry.
The red
So
building.
you
walk
make
the
you
red
make your
building.
way down the planks and onto kind of like now that wood that mudded path now starts getting a little bit more squish as the ground's
Watch out
just
for
started
Captain
becoming
Hook. I'll make you walk the plank.
it's the now that the
Sorry.
ground is getting damp under your feet, but it's still walkable. Just you just have to keep watching your step. But you get to one of the that long area that you see, which is basically like a makeshift wharf that the small boats can come up to help. And you see a lot of people on there. Some men have really long sticks with pikes at the end of them that they're just kind of pushing some of the logs that are flowing downstream. They're guiding them so they don't hit into this makeshift area and get lodged up on the ground, so that they would go back into the main thoroughfare and flow further down river. You see, sorry.
Do we see any of the people have alligator bite marks on them?
Give me a perception check.
Wow. Do I hear anybody saying crikey a lot?
A 6? No. You see, I mean, you see, there are people with like there's a gentleman who is missing an arm or something like that. There's the one that's on crutch, but you don't know what caused that. You could surmise it might have been a gator, but you're not sure. I mean, there's all different types that are on this area, and they're doing various jobs, latching things down, throwing ropes. There's some that are standing on the logs that are moving through, just kind of helping guide them off of, making sure that they don't go too close to the shore, but when they do, the people on the docks like use their pikes to push it back out. Some boats are being just kind of they're being loaded up, and then you just see a lot of people just kind of pushing them, trying to get the various different boats into this water. You can tell, I mean, it doesn't take a check to see, but you can all tell that they're solving problems, but that weren't there before. So like with whatever this flood was that came through, they're trying to adjust to get these things continue to move, and it's just taking a lot of them. So they're very busy moving about, trying to make sure that everything's going right, and they're looking out for each other, which is pretty solid.
Okay. All right, guys. I guess we just keep going to this building. Whatever wave hit us must have been huge to hit all the way down here.
It was a mighty big wave, that is for sure.
I'm going to want to walk so that I'm as far away from the water as possible.
Well, the difficult thing is the building that you want to get to is on the other side of that river.
I see.
So the angle that I'm showing you is where you are.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay,
so,
we have options.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
go see
how
if we can
important is
let's borrow a boat.
Well, okay, we have another option. We just say leave the town. I'm guessing we should probably report back to the main area. They probably want to know there's a bunch of snake people attempting to land in here. We were supposed to. Our mission, of course, was we were sent to go find out what was going on in the north. I think we probably have a pretty good chance of telling them what happened. I think we kind of know.
Fair.
Do we need to talk to this dude?
If we get to the
Alma.
leader, they might be able to help us get back to Brett,
Yeah.
That's true.
The-
That's true.
city that starts with a B, faster. Why
Yeah.
can I not remember that city?
That's right.
Breeden?
Breeden.
Breeden. There it is.
Someday they're going to think of names that we're all going to remember, like
Joe.
Araya. And
Yep.
sorry, Bear.
Let's go down to the wharf and see if we can rustle up a boat.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the water these days, but seeing the leader of this town might help us get home faster.
Unless anybody has any other way of crossing this river, I think that's about the only way we got.
Yeah, I'm not swimming. Let's get a boat.
Can we tell how far across the river is? Like, what's the span of this this floodplain?
Like in Oregon Trail terms.
Yeah, do you think we could like
You die of
And
dysentery.
towards
You
the
die
river,
of
or
dysentery.
we're gonna stop and go hunting for a little while?
It would I would probably say you can. It's far enough to where you would have to feel and the depth of it, especially with the boats moving on it, that you would feel you'd probably have to swim across. If that's what y'all are going to do, that is an option.
No.
That would be a negatory, Ghost Rider.
Araya does not swim.
No reason to swim here.
Someone has to
I'm gonna
finish
look.
that now.
Do
Every
I
single
see
time.
any boats at all? Do I see any boats?
I haven't seen Ghost Rider. Sorry, go ahead, Bear.
Are there any boats at all?
There are plenty of boats all around.
Nice.
all
Let's go talk to a boat guy. Has anybody ever had any experience sailing or been around the water?
I mean,
Super
recently,
surprising considering that this place, the entire continent has water. Would have been a good skill to learn.
So
I kind of feel like just marching up to the closest boat and just saying, "Can you get us there?" and point to the building.
And
Yes.
I think you should use intimidation to try to do it. So like look really tough.
I wasn't trying to look intimidating, more just like with authority. Like, can you get us there? It's important.
you push this boat, help us get it into the water. I'll get you across.
We're strong. We can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
I get in the boat and let them push me into the boat. I'm not very strong.
he is royalty after all.
All right.
Oh, shots
Don't make me
fired.
So, Giga, what do we say? Should the ladies push him off?
I can help.
Yeah, yeah. I got it. You can.
There's gonna be there. It's a big sized boat. It's filled with logs. There's going to be multiple people helping. You're just helping them get it into the water. So,
All right.
Yeah.
the DC of this is a group check. And so as a total, the group needs to beat 15.
Okay.
No problem.
All right.
So what I
So
hear is
give me a
Help
strength
us
check.
push the boat.
No, I'm in the boat. I'm not very strong.
20.
Makes sense, Kim.
19 and 20. So 20, 13. Oh yeah, easy enough.
Yeah.
You didn't need my help.
So the three of
I
you
thought
just
you
kind
said
of
50.
with the rest of the group of the rest of the crew that's there, really lean your shoulders into it and start pushing. It takes a little bit, but you do get the boat start to slide on the slippery mud as you push it closer and closer. It takes about 10 minutes. There's a couple times where you kind of slip, but you regain yourself and you just get it into the water. As soon as you get it in, the one of the people with the pikes just kind of pushes it and turns it to the side to where the person that you spoke with just reached out his hand and pull the three of you aboard. And then the paddles come out, and as they're being handed out, one of the guys says, "You watch this push, you row," as he hands you the oars, Barrett, one of the oars.
Sure. I'd be more than happy to help you row.
So it's not just you. It's once again, it's a lot of other people that are part of that as well. So
Derek,
you
I
all
do
just
the
kind of
most half-ass row job I've ever done in my entire life. But I make it look like I'm doing a good job. But I'm really not doing anything.
Oh, give me a performance check.
Oh, there's performance.
Oh, he finally gets to do a performance.
Yeah.
I love it. There you go. That's it. Super good. Thank you. best performance ever.
The boat begins to move, and the people who are rowing give you a very stern look as they know that you're you're not doing a good job of gaming the system there. But
I'm not a very good rower. I've never been in the water before. I am so sorry.
But the boat moves and it takes you into it's like once you make it down to the edge of the river, it opens up into this swath fen, like this large area that's just kind of filled up. But you see toppled trees, just kind of some houses that you see are floating on their sides. It looks like this was the bulk area hit by this rush of wave that kind of came through here and decimated it, and it's filled up this area. But they just kind of guide with the rowing and turn in and pull up to one of the side docks of Redwater. After you all disembark,
I give him the oar. Thank you.
I got a quick question.
I walk off.
Has this wave? Have you guys been hit by anything like this before?
Nothing like this. The dam was supposed to drain this entire area. Have you ever been to here before?
No.
The dam?
This boat, and he kind of taps the side of the boat, and and he says it with a little bit of pride. And he's like, most of the boats in the fleet are built from Redwater pine, harvested right here. This area we drained out, I'd probably say 40 years ago, and have been harvesting the Redwater logs from the bottom as well as from the surrounding area. This just kind of came in and undid all of that.
Oh.
Well, if I ever need to build anything, I know a great place to get wood. This sounds like the best wood in the whole area.
You try to hide that, Robin.
Did you say something about a dam, good sir?
Damn good sir.
No, did he say there was a dam that was supposed to hold the water back?
Yeah, I think.
But the wave
What's the name
hadn't
of that
seen
dam?
anything like that before.
No, not. We've never had a flood like this. It's usually controlled by the damned, which means that must be gone. And he kind of looks.
Wow, I can't imagine what would have caused that wave.
I'm sorry this has happened. Yeah. We got to get going.
All right, take care.
Maybe we could try to investigate the wave for you. But first we must speak to Alma, and that's in the big tower right over there. And I point towards the biggest building. Alma. What's the name? I need to make notes. I need a piece of paper.
I can't. Not Olive. It's something. Olive.
I'm gonna now. When I meet him, I'm gonna extend him an olive branch now.
Oh wow.
Boy.
So, and Olive, is he kind of like the guy in charge of the whole area here? Kind of like I shouldn't say leader, but at least like the person in charge. Wow.
Olive Redwater is the governor of Redwater.
Thank you. That's
There
what
we
I
go,
want. Okay.
Governor.
And in that building right over there, correct? And I point to like the biggest building in the place.
That's where you'll find.
Do you know anything about him? Is he a nice guy? Person?
He's all right.
He's all right. What is something that he really likes, or she? Is it a he or she?
He's all right.
Okay. Are there anything that he really likes?
Get off my boat.
We're just trying to make a good impression here.
I'm gonna glare at Trance and start walking towards the building.
What's the big deal? I was hoping maybe get some. I thought if you like pies,
Quickly,
we'd
I'm
buy
walking
pie.
backwards
We're
towards
pushing
the
the
building.
shoulders.
I'll follow behind her. Still trying to plead my case as to why I asked that question. I think if we give him something nice, he might like respond better to us.
We have nothing nice.
Thanks for the ride.
No problem. Anytime he mentions to you or Ryan, Tyrus, anytime you two and your thing want some work, we've got some for you.
Good to know. Thank you. All right, Trance, let's go.
And this is more a question just for me because I'm trying to wrap my head around where we are.
Sure.
Are we south of where we were? Like, did the wave knock us south?
Yeah.
Is that like-
So let's
I'm
re-pull up the
sorry.
map.
I'm
No,
just
no, it's
like,
okay.
No, it's good.
It's good. It's good. It's
just
good.
trying to visualize like where
I
we got
clicked
knocked.
something
to.
and it did not come up. Let me try to click it again.
Definition of
And I don't
insanity.
know why it keeps going like this. That's gonna help me read the
Win
map.
and a win. All right, so let's pull this up. No, it's a good question asked. Good question asked. Okay, so the Hamlet was here.
Yep.
Mhm.
Your
Okay.
fight took place roughly around here,
And the wave took us way the
and
heck
you
over
are
there.
here.
Okay.
It's a long ways away.
Okay.
And I have no recollection of how we got here.
I told you.
You were
And
busy.
which
You
way
were
did we
busy
get
drowning.
to the Hamlet?
We were down south, southeast.
So
See where it
we're not
says-
on the same path we took to get to the Hamlet.
No.
No,
We got
no,
knocked.
no.
No, we
took
took
the
this
east.
path.
This is new.
Yeah, this is new
Okay.
area. This is, the road to Breeden. This is the road to Breeden right here. If you're looking,
Okay.
Going
that's the
west.
road to Breeden. You are, like I said, your battle happened around here. You are down here.
We're over there. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
Yep. No. And I'll send y'all this map so y'all have it for. Y'all have it. Okay. Yep. That's a good question.
Alright.
Good question.
And I'm still stomping towards the building.
And I'm still trying to plead my case as to trying to find out information before we go headlong into a governor's palace.
Yep. right.
Yep.
Yep. I think Vega and Tyros will be following. I'm just looking at them.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'm still confused.
Okay.
Don't worry, Trans Authority figures love me.
Okay, I will let you take the lead. I will stand back. If you do need anything, let me know.
My charisma's 0, and she just thinks
Nope,
they
you're
love her. Okay.
fantastic. I have full faith in your authority. Weren't you a soldier at one time?
Maybe.
I think you know this. I bet you have some pretty good friends in high places. I bet you have this.
So walking after even these docks themselves, nothing in this entire city is made of stone. Palisades around are made of wood. The docks, the houses, everything is just kind of it's almost they've used the harvested wood that they have to build this entire town. It's a really great town. It's not dumpy. It's definitely there's definitely waterlogged streets because of the flood that came through. But even though the area outside of it around like that circular fen area is flooded, it is still pretty much intact, which it's a testament to just kind of how strong the lumber is that they've been harvesting and how good the build is that it withstanded that much force. Some buildings have a little bit of damage, and some parts of the walls that you see are a little splintered, but people are working on it to fix them. Moving around, you do see a lot of woodcrafter shops.
Ooh, I'm in heaven.
There are a few blacksmiths. There's a lot of inns or pubs, public houses that are there. There are a lot of places that you can go get food and eateries and places like that. It's like a really well built up town made of very strong, sturdy lumber. Like even the tall building that you see, that you're heading towards, it's one of many, but it is the tallest one that's there. Even that one, it's fully constructed of wood. There's no stone, and but it's constructed with ornate. You can see even from this distance, I'd probably say you're about at least 5 blocks from reaching it. But even at this distance, you can see like these ornate craftings and carvings that swing around, and on every alleyway or every corner that you pass by, there's this heron, like a wooden heron that just kind of or point is pointing in the direction of this large building.
Okay.
All right.
Let's follow the heron.
Yep, I'm gonna
Follow
look for
the
the
heron?
front door.
All right. So, walking past the people, walking past all the different areas and the different sets of there's some music playing, not a lot. Everyone is just very busy trying to repair or go about whatever their day is. As you approach closer and closer towards the guard you start seeing more guard, more military figures around the area. They're just keeping their eye on everyone that's there. But you make your way all the way to the main building, to these very large wooden doors, and you enter.
You
Should
got
we
this.
knock? Or is
This
it
is
like,
like-
a public?
Are
is
there
it a public
guards next to
building?
the doors?
There's guards to either side of the large doors, but it's just kind of cracked slightly. And when I say slightly, these doors are large enough that a slight crack is like you got walk through it with room to spare.
I'm okay walking
So it
in.
looks like open for the public.
Right,
I'm walking
right.
in.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's not like wide open. It's just kind of
Yeah.
semi, like one of the doors is semi.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Let's
I
go.
walk in.
All right.
I'm going to look at the guard as we walk and just give him a little. How did you? Cool. Keep
Yeah,
on going.
He glances towards you and then looks back as he's just kind of scanning the areas, goes through. I mean, you as been in armies and things like that, that's just kind of his way of nodding.
Yeah.
You all enter past the area and in. Once you get inside, warm wave of heat hits you. Fireballs drop. No.
Right, it's not great.
Roll saves.
Well, it's better than a crocodile.
A crocodile standing there with a cup of wine. Welcome.
That's right. That's right. I should have stormed the castle.
I've been waiting. No, you're hit with nice warm heat, nice warming heat that goes that's different from just kind of the windswept bitter cold and the dampness of the area. Your clothes, so you're just kind of walking into that. This room that you walk into is an antechamber. It's a large swathing antechamber. There is tables that are set up all around, guards posted everywhere. There are multiple doors, stairs that there's a stair that goes up about six flights to a top to where you cannot see, right? But there are doors along the paths of each one of these. The place is gorgeous. I mean, it's everything there is designed with intention, and it's just more. You see these herons that are about, and then on the walls you see pictures of just different people in poses.
Oh. Viga's gonna just look around and just go, pretty swanky. I should probably commission them to make me a table or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just gonna do this right here.
Kim's on fire tonight. Royalty table.
Nobody's safe, Steve.
Nobody.
Hey,
I'm
Greg,
gonna
what's
run-
going on?
It looks like there's somebody there who can give directions towards where we could find the governor. Is there anyone on this main floor that looks like an information booth of sorts?
Okay.
I was gonna ask, are there signs anywhere, like above the?
There's no signs that are strewn about, but looking around, and like I said, it doesn't take much. You do see there is someone that's sitting at a table that's facing the front door. He's probably like 30 feet away, and he's steadily writing just on some papers.
So I'm going to continue my very purposeful march
All right.
towards him, and then not in a rude or intimidating way, just with authority say, we need to speak with your governor. This is very important, urgent business.
Do you have an appointment? He doesn't even break like what he's doing. Just does that as he's writing.
No, we do not have an appointment. We just arrived from a very dangerous situation. We need to get word back to Breeden. Cannot get that. Cannot. I'm going to write that somewhere. Do you have a pencil?
I have failed you.
I'm going to write it down over here. Breeden.
Is it about the shipments of food from the stock? Because that's coming already. You can put it over there as he points to off in a direction without taking his eyes off what he's doing.
No, it is not about the food. This is about the North Hamlet and the danger up there. And we need to get back to Breeden, and we need to get word back to there.
Give me a what's a good crit?
Anything that's going to go with charisma is going to go bad.
Oh, it's gonna go great. It's gonna go great.
She has no tact. She has no tact.
Fantastic.
Breeden. I put it right here. Breeden.
Breeden. Good job.
Breeden.
Oh, well, so I didn't even write it right. Oh my god.
Bredon.
Breeden.
It's kind of like bread with a done.
Sure.
Bread. Bread done.
Whatever else.
Sure.
Bread done.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
You can do it. At 20. Here we go.
Come on,
17.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got a +2. You're good.
Yeah.
So he just kind of stops what he's writing and he looks up and he's like, "What?"
Sir, I have been attacked by crocodiles, captured by snake people, had all of my stuff stolen, and then we wound up here washed up with some crazy wave. We have been sent to get word to Breeden about what's going on in the North Hamlet. Can you help us find your governor so we can do that? Please. That's it. That's what I got.
He just kind of looks and he's like, "The North Hamlet, you say?"
Right. It's a good
Yes.
one. Yes.
Mhm.
Guard. The guard comes over and he leans down and he says something. Guard's here.
Can I hear him?
He's covering his mouth, but you can make a perception check to see if you can. This is a high one since he's just friend. Yeah.
Well,
But yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
That's
Player.
20.
Wow.
Wow.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
right.
All right. So with a 22,
Biga.
you hear him say, this is find out from Governor Redwater how we want to handle this. This is the second group that's coming with word of the Northern Hamlet. And that's all he said.
Okay.
And so the guard turns and walks off and he's sit over there. I'll be with you in a moment.
Okay. So we're gonna go sit down, and as we're gathered, huddled together, I'll quietly state to my friends, guys, we're the second group that has come with this type of news. I overheard that's what he said. So that's interesting.
Well, let's put it this way. If this is the second group and they sent us because this other group did not show up, I'm talking quietly, most likely our time in this town is not going to be beneficial. We should, I would recommend we skedaddle is the word, out of here before we become the second group that goes missing after we find out information about the Hamlet.
Do we know the first group's missing though? We only know the first group showed
They
up.
came here and they sent us on this mission because they hadn't heard from anybody else they sent up there.
So he's saying
You're assuming the other group was sent. Yeah.
Let me put
Okay.
it this way, Kairos. I trust them about as much as I trust you. Not that much.
So approaching the guard's returning, and this time he's returning with a woman. She's dressed in blues and whites, reddish hair. Yeah, that comes down, just kind of goes over her shoulder, and she walks up and the guard points to them, and she comes over and she says, you had some information about the northern. This way.
Which way?
I'm pointing.
Why can't we talk here?
Tyros is going to get up and start walking the direction she points towards.
I'm gonna get up. I'll hold Tyros a minute. And I'm trying to look to see, is she pointing into like a closed room? Is it?
I mean, she's pointing to a door.
Door. All right. Trance, let's just see where this goes. Or are you really?
Or we could ask who the people that know the most can go there, and the other people could just hang out.
Huh?
Split the party.
No.
Okay. All right, we will all enter the room, I guess, with her. She only has one guard with her, correct?
Sure. Here, give me a perception check.
The skepticism is strong.
Okay, 14.
Oh, it didn't show. Guess it's not
It was
rolling
late.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
One rolls into V.
Yeah, I don't know
with
why.
a 14, yeah. Only got one guard.
Okay. My other question for you is, when we rested, got up from the cot, would you have considered that a long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, thank heavens. Okay.
You level up, so yeah, everything's
Well, it
reset.
didn't update
It didn't
for
let us,
me.
for some reason, when we long rested, I'm sorry. When we leveled up, it didn't automatically long rest.
It didn't
us.
automatically
I don't know
long
why.
rest you. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's
how do
okay.
How do
I
I?
have failed.
I
you.
want to make sure I might have had, if we're going into some place that I don't trust, I want to make sure I got spells.
Yeah, I
Do we
understand.
do we
Right now, I had
recover one?
Zero.
Are we not exhausted anymore?
Yeah.
Too?
It's not letting me.
Do we recover the exhaustion?
Do you? Sorry.
Do we
we go.
recover exhaustion?
Yeah. You lose 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a long rest button. Where is that again?
Yeah, it's right here.
Where's the rest of it?
And
Am
uncheck.
I not seeing it?
No,
Oh,
I
it's
want-
up on
I want
top.
to reset
Long
everything,
rest.
right?
No.
And then make sure you
you go.
uncheck that, and then take long rest.
Again.
There you go.
Okay.
Confirm.
Okay.
Thank you.
It
You're
has been.
welcome.
It has been a while. We are good.
Okay.
Can I?
And I'll
I'm
drop
gonna.
back and I'll kind of mumble to Trance, like, I don't necessarily trust these people either, but we don't know that the bad thing happened to the other group here. It could have happened after they left here. So
Very true.
we'll just be on guard.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Are
as
we
we're,
going
we're
to be guardedly optimistic?
Sure.
Tyrus is optimistic. He's walking in.
Yep, he's good.
I'm gonna turn to the woman and say, "Hi, what is your name? And who are you?"
We can do pleasantry once we move ourselves, so we can have a private conversation, if you will.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so you all go in. She opens the door, and you all enter. And
Correct.
when she walks in behind, closes the door, and she turns to look at you all, and then you just see her just kind of step back. And as she does that, you find that the area that you're in is caged, and she just kind of ported behind it. So she just then she just kind of looks, and she walks around, and she's like, "All right, you can drop the charade. We know what you are."
I think you might have us mistaken for what is truly happening up in the hamlet.
I know exactly what's happening up in the hamlet. I know I know that you people, whatever you are, invaded. And you've already tried to come in here once. But we at Redwater are not that stupid.
I'm gonna look at her. Do you think I'm one of them?
I don't know what you are.
Yeah. No,
You can trust me. I'm not one of them.
None of us are. You're terribly mistaken. We fought. We battled. I should have died.
I'm upset. So she just kind of says, she starts walking around. She's like, As she's the room itself is just fully enclosed, but the cage that you're in is kind of like this in the room, but it takes up the bulk of it. But it's enough space for her to kind of walk through that. Even if you tried to reach out, she would be far enough away. And she just kind of starts walking around, and she said, "First attempt you made on the governor's life was admirable. I didn't think you would be stupid enough."
Yeah, you think that we would actually try again, knowing that the first group failed? Would we just walk right in and ask to speak to your governor, thinking, oh, well, the first group didn't work. Why don't we just try the same darn thing again?
Who
Do you
knows
really think that's something a person coming from the Hamlet would try again? How about the people that came from the Hamlet that actually survived what's up there, could give you information about everything that's happening? Maybe they're the ones that are in the cage right now trying to tell your governor that we have information that we need to bring back to the capital that we've been sent to give information to. Maybe that's the people that are in your cage.
They couldn't possibly be, because they're dead.
I see.
And
so you
since
think
they
that
didn't report in, more of you could have been sent.
And you think that they would just give them the same orders? Well, we think last time it failed. We'll just try the same thing.
What if we try to prove it to you that we are who we say we are?
Sorry, I'm gonna shuffle through my bag.
Okay.
And pull out the letter from the governor, from the lieutenant, and say, "Here, we were sent."
And you see her just kind of cast a spell, and you see a mage hand in front of you to grab the letter.
Magic.
and as it just appears in front of you, grab the letter, and then it vanishes, and then you just see it. Next time you see it, it's in her hand, and she looks it over.
While she's looking it over, is there any like locks or anything on this cage, like, or does it only go up and
down? Make a perception check.
I don't like cages.
Let's let this crap happen. I'm prepared for all of this. So a 10. No, you can't see, even looking around, just kind of trying to check for different, you can't see any locks on this cage that's here.
Okay.
She just kind of looks
how the cage is hoisted up, or is it like up into the ceiling?
It's on the ground. It's not. You're not levitated off anywhere. It's on the ground.
Let me walk.
So they come down onto us.
When you walked into it was glamoured.
Okay.
I don't understand.
It was hidden. When you walked into it and you got into where you needed to be in the room was when she removed the glamour and the cage was there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So as she looks at the letter, she just kind of folds it and she just says, and she turns towards the wall and she puts her hand on it and she says, leave this. And you just kind of feel the wood itself groan and rumble, and then she just out the door.
When she said what? When you leave the room, what?
If y'all leave the room, kill you.
I'm gonna turn and look at Trance. Sorry.
I can get us out of here.
Okay.
Or we could wait just a few minutes and see if they believe us.
Tyrus is content to sit down and waiting.
Yeah, I agree with Araya. Let's wait. Maybe she's gonna go talk to the governor, and she just telling that guy to hang out.
We could wait. I have no problem waiting, but if things go badly, it's on you.
Was she speaking to the wood? Can I ask, was she speaking to the guards, or is she actually physically speaking to the wood?
She was speaking to the wall, to the wood on the wall, to the wall. There's no guards in this room.
Okay. Maybe while we wait, we could try telling the walls our harrowing story.
I know you are fantastic at telling stories.
I was just going to say, while we wait, pretend we're telling the walls our long
you regale the wall with your story.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to tell the wall myself.
Horse!
We recount all the events to the wall. Why do I feel like this is something that's going to go down in history?
So
I'm hoping it'll keep you busy and try not to break out and get us all killed by the weird wood wall.
Yeah.
I would like to state for the record that I did not get us killed. Tyros killed me.
Unwillingly.
Guys, I feel like now's the goodest time as any to explain myself a little bit. I saw purple, and then I saw red, and that threw the javelin. That kind of, yeah, not great. But hearing that these people from the north are trying to attack other towns, it was them. It has to be them. They're the ones. They killed everybody I know. Purple. Everybody, it's them. We've been looking for them. So sorry. I saw that. And
We are all okay.
Okay.
Vegan, never
Oh.
apologize for being a warrior.
Oh,
You fought bravely.
yeah. Thanks, Araya.
And I
We've
should
seen
have
the
done.
fields. We know what you went through.
Yeah. So.
And now the walls know.
Oh shit.
We're gonna have to burn this place down.
I know too much.
It can be done. I could make that so.
Please
But I'm not
don't
going to say that out
burn
loud.
the place
Yeah. So.
because we're in a cage.
Sure.
So I'm gonna tell you now. Whoever that was. I'm gonna finish this. And if you want to join me on that journey as we continue on, great. But they're gonna pay.
And I will awkwardly put my hand on your shoulder and say, "They're there."
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
That's
Us
okay.
redheads will stick together.
Araya breaks out the broom. They're there.
I've actually had that meme sent to me several times because that's just how they're like, when your friend doesn't like to be hugged.
A few. I'd probably say about after the conversation, about an hour passes before the door opens back up, and the woman re-enters, and behind her is gentle.
The governor. I don't
Does it have a parrot?
I bet we saw him
Like
here
this.
on accident
Does
yesterday.
have a parrot.
So once as he enters the room, he just kind of, the small bird that's on his shoulder just kind of take flight, and all of a sudden you see like the wall pulls out this long post that just kind of forms out of it, and it lands on it, and it just kind of sits there. It cleans itself a little, but it's keeps eye straight on you. And the gentleman walks in, low cut hair, dark skinned, brown eyes. He wears a purple and gold coat under a red shirt that exists under, with a crest of a heron on it. As he walks in, and I hear tell you have orders.
Yeah.
It is true.
You had information on what's going on. You were letting my assistant know. Can you
Where would you like us to start?
So he just kind of says, he turns to her and he's like, "Is perfectly." And so she just kind of gives annoyed look and and kind of not agreeable. He's like, "Are you going to try to kill me?"
I have
you
no
gonna try to
reason
kill
to.
They're not going to.
That is not our plan.
They're not going to.
I've got other plans. My plan is to get home and tell people what we know of the hamlet, and I have no problem spreading the word as we go. Starting with you, fine
Perfectly.
sir. I have no doubt.
She just kind of deflates a little bit, and as she does that, she waves her hand, and you watch the cage just kind of shatter into these fine pieces of glass that then kind of fizzle off into dust. And you notice that when she does that, she does position herself kind of almost in front of him, kind of at the side in a protective. Um, I'm sorry for the rude hospitality. It's been a time with the flood and the assassination. These orders seem pretty straightforward. You were sent to find out what's going on.
A whole lot of crazy people, that's for sure.
I don't know if you'll even believe us if we tell you.
Try me. I was attacked by lizard men. I don't know what to believe these days.
Well,
Small world.
Not just
So
four.
were we.
Yeah.
So there
And-
more.
And there's a whole armada at their port. And there's a very powerful being who's responsible for horrendous things that I can't even explain how they could have conjured such. I don't even know. So Viga's at a loss for words. She's trying to process everything. And yeah, Araya, you're a good storyteller.
I think it's safe to say, I don't know what my team would say, we would all agree, I think that the hamlet's a complete loss. I don't think any of the people there are the real original inhabitants. It's all these snake-like creatures. Lizard creatures? Snake creatures?
They're a lizard-type creature that have the ability to have, they can actually invoke some type of magic that's able to hide what their true appearance and their true nature is up in the hamlet. We arrived there and it was actually looking like a town that had just kind of begun to take root. But as time grew on, we noticed that that was not the case. As we were eventually put in prison, we escaped there. We were chased through the swamp by these lizard men, and eventually we ran back into each other, and we were able to take out, I'm guessing, maybe one of the I don't know, maybe a general of some kind. As the others watch, like they take pleasure in showing their power and their ability to fight, to the point where they're willing to die, if that's the case, in battle, just to show who they are. They seem like a pretty ruthless race. And if we could tell I think not only your hamlet, but if we had the rest of this area all working together to try to take these evil foes, we could maybe drive them from the land and reclaim the hamlet. But to do that, we would like to get back down to the main city so that we could so we could inform the governor down there what has happened, because they had sent us on the mission, as you could see by our note.
Give me an persuasion roll. With advantage.
Okay. I am very persuasive, sir. Let me tell you.
Ooh,
21.
21 or 16. I'll take the 21, please.
He looks and he's like, off the supply of lumber slows an invasion effort. And you said there was legions of them that were...
Yeah.
They
The
were
glamour
riding
briefly dropped and we saw
boats.
boatloads of them, and we're not sure where they're headed, but it can't be good.
And he thinks about it, and he just thinks, well, like that.
They're trying to get a foothold in this area that could potentially start a war in this area on their own. If they can gain a foothold, I mean, it's a lot easier to take a country once you can gain a foothold than in trying to assault from the sea.
Right.
I was going to ask the governor something real quick. I turned to him. So how did you survive your attack?
He just kind of looks as the first time he takes in the automaton. And he's just like, and he puts his hand on his shoulder, with quick work and trusted allies.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what it's going to take. Allies. What Brennan is sending these small adventuring parties up north is not going to cut it. We need to get down there and come up with a plan.
Agree. After the flood, I sent I sent word to Breeden. I sent riders as far as Doncaster. In days we haven't heard anything back. We've even had our mages try to do sendings. Nothing. So if there's any way for you, I do appreciate the news. We do have to make this city prepared for what's coming, especially if this flood with us not at our peak and the defense is washed away, as you saw. An invasion here is all but inevitable.
A Doc referred to a dam. Would that be any help to you if we were able to go see what has caused the dam to not hold back the water?
It would be helpful, but at this point, I wouldn't. I would worry about sending you off to an ambush since it's closer towards the hamlet's location. We could just consider that area dangerous at this point. Would you agree?
I agree. Every place is dangerous at this point.
If the lieutenant and if that town's not getting word back, and you've tried multiple times, I'm wondering, your city, as glorious and fortified as it is, survived the flood. Did it get that far west and south?
One only knows. We've been scrambling to try to rescue the survivors and save the lumber that we can. That we haven't had chance to send places down to the lower southern areas to see what happened. With the size of the flood that came through here, I would not be surprised. If our walls were anything else, we probably would not be. It's the likes of a flood I've never seen, nor something that even if the dam broke would allow for that much surge.
With the knowledge of this invasion force, have you already started making preparations?
We didn't know that there was an invasion force. There was just the attack. We made preparations to shore ourselves up from the attack and rescue as much as we can. But now that with your information, now that an invasion is inevitable, as we are as our weakest, we're even. So he just kind of strokes his brow and he just says, "It's." I guess what we can. Thank you for bringing the information. I really appreciate it. I know that you have a mission to do. I would ask that if you have any ability to get word to them or stay here and help build up the fortifications, either decision is yours. Of course, you would have free roam of the city, but it's up to you if you want to stay or if you want to.
Well, that is very kind of you.
I do have one more question, if you don't mind. Do you know of a citizen in this region named Marla?
Molly?
Molly? What's her name?
Molly.
Yes.
Well, we're on fire with names
The
tonight.
We
And so he's like, yes, she's one of the boatsmen that lives across the stretch.
Do you know where we might find her by chance?
So we can be creepy.
Yeah, we believe she's the one that helped us and sheltered us. I think Tyros is just saying maybe he wants to give her some thanks, right, buddy?
Right.
Okay.
He just kind of like, well, she should have been across the stretch, so you should be working.
Okay.
No.
We'll keep
I
that
don't
out.
know if I'm going across the stretch again. I kind of like over on this side.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. We do have a decision to make. I don't know if there's a town to go report back to.
Oh, take your time. room, I would probably say you have free roam of the building except for the 4th floor and above. Just those are private quarters. But if
Do
you should
you
need
have
me,
a mode of transportation to get down to the city?
I don't
To
follow
the
the question.
Do you have any way of getting, instead of us walking back to the
Breeden.
Braden, do you have any form?
We have
transportation?
horses. You can use that. You can sail the boat as far as it'll go. Up to you.
We love
This information is as important as say it is.
It is.
They're at your disposal.
Fantastic. We're going to consult our options, and then we'll meet with, who should we talk to when we decide what our plan will be?
Liza here, as he pats her on the shoulder, she'll be more than happy, as he nods to her, to be a liaison if you need. She can reach me quite easily. And so with
Well, I
that,
think
yeah, so as he turns to walk out, you see the bird who was just been kind of sitting out there, just turn, flap, and fly back, land on his shoulder, and he turned. He says, if this is as bad as you say, the gods help us all. Turns and he heads out the door.
Well, brave companions, what say ye?
How long do we think they have, realistically, till they get here?
Not that long, I would assume. I mean, if that wave took out every other town, maybe we do make this the stronghold, the stand. But at the same time, we need resources. We need manpower. So if there's anybody out there, that the lieutenant can rally her army, that would help. I just don't know if she's there.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
And if we can get some horses, I feel we might be able to make good time. And we could probably make it within whatever amount of time the DM thinks it would take on horseback.
Forever.
Oh no!
We took so long to get to the habit, you guys.
No. So yeah, what do y'all want to do?
Yeah. I'm okay if it's a ride. I just want to make sure we tell Liza that she should consider us allies, and I'd like to think that we would come back with aid, because I think this city is probably the best spot.
For sure. Should we set out right away? I think we should go right away.
Yeah.
I like the idea of trying to get aid back.
So I'm going to turn to Liza and say, so your name is Liza. Nice to meet you.
Oh boy.
Pleasure.
We've decided that we would like to take some horses and make haste out to Breeden and try to finish our mission there. But we do plan on helping you in the efforts to fight what's coming.
Do you by chance have any formal documentation you can bring with us that could states that Redwood here could use aid?
I was going to propose if you could deliver. Well, so thank you for asking. She hands you that letter.
Perfect.
And, she said, give me about a few minutes to get the horses ready, and
Where would you like us to meet you?
just right out front.
All right. I am going to wait out front.
May the wind be at your back.
And not the water.
So you all make your way out of the building. Are you all heading outside? Are y'all doing anything else? Or just heading outside? Okay.
Yeah, waiting outside to think.
Okay. It only takes a few minutes where you see some guards pull around some pretty healthy looking horses.
Nice.
That pull those up for you all to get on. One of the guards just says, once you exit out the main gate, stick to the main road, and just keep heading west.
Are any of the horses familiar?
No.
Wow.
Horse is gone.
Wow.
You're gonna tilt it that
I'm
little
gonna
mill
get on
with
the
every
horse
horse.
I mount the horse that looks the least like horse.
all of them are pretty much like top stock war horses. They're
I feel like that's a slight on horse.
so you all mount up.
Yeah.
Okay, and you kick it into gear and head out. So we'll take a quick break there, right? Do any of y'all need to use the restroom, or are we just gonna be silly?
Totally good.
I'm good. I'm
right.
good.
Okay. Oh, we're interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're back, and we'll dive into this bad boy. So, you head off running. You can tell that these horses were made for this work. Is you're picking up pace and just riding as much as fast as you can. Is there anything I want to run through as you're heading down this thoroughfare? No, no talk, just determined riding.
I think we're very determined. We're on that mission.
Okay.
I've shared part of Vega.
I'm gonna ride up next to Tyros because I gotta talk to him.
Okay.
Tyros, my man.
Yes.
How do you enjoy the ride on the horse?
It's fine. I'm okay with horses usually.
We've never really had a good talk about the prison cell.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I did.
Sorry, you managed to kill me.
I see what's happening. I'm gonna pull back and join the conversation.
I want that to happen again. What are some? Maybe you could give us some tips as to preventing something like that from ever happening again.
It's part of how I was created. Unfortunately, I've come from. I've actually been part of many wars in the past, and something happened to me in one of the wars, one of the battles, where I was able to overcome my original intentions, and ever since then, I've kind of trying to find my own way through life. But those intentions sometimes surface. They surface under high stress and emotion, or what would you consider emotion from humans?
So keep you out of stressful situations is one way to prevent me from getting attacked by a metal machine again.
Yeah. So trance about that.
I love the fact that you knew about this. This is amazing.
No, again, Tyros and I, we have a longer history.
Viga's been trying to take care of me and trying to help me reduce the number of episodes I have.
Yes, he's the one that found me after my whole clan was slaughtered. So we've been, trying to work together to solve our own goals. But Tyros, he's a kind soul. So
I would not put that past him. I've seen him do many good things. He's quite he gives great guidance when appropriate.
Yes, but he's very curious. Yes.
I'm just looking to make sure something like this doesn't happen again and to figure out a way to help you through this as friends.
Traumatic events and violence aren't very helpful. You know, nearly murdering a small child probably wasn't great for him.
No, it was not.
You know, things like that. I was supposed to be his muscle, and protect him from this. So
The only way to make sure it doesn't happen again is if I avoid combat, but that is not an option. So the solution I'm trying to find is where I came from, and maybe I can find some way to remove this programming inside of me.
And you don't know where you came from originally, correct?
No, that memory is
Hmm.
lost in the incident.
Well, maybe that's something we may want to look into after we deliver our note to the head person here. Though I think traveling up north again at some point would probably be beneficial to us, having to help at least stop this lizard threat. I think eventually we'll be returning up north, but for now, let's keep on riding, and we'll make sure to keep you as far out of combat as possible. No stressful situations, and no kids.
And Raya's just riding ahead of you guys, and she kind of rolls her eyes and looks back and yells, "Is this a tea party, or are we racing to try to stop a battle?" She's so good at small talk.
so I turn, battle cry, let's go.
So you all ride on through the rest of the day and into the night, starting to, and it's dusk at this point. Riding the horses this hard you could do, or you could stop.
I failed to ask the people when we left the place how long it would take us to get to the city. That's magic. Do we recognize any landmarks on the map to figure out how far we've gone?
As you've been riding and just kind of chatting, that you notice there's a lot of devastation from what that came through. A lot of trees are upended. A lot of areas that were lower along the road are raised up a little bit more. So as you're riding along it, the ground itself, where it was just dirt packed pathing, is now mud packed pathing. Damn, but the horses know their business. They're still continuing on the ride pretty, but you don't. As of now, I don't think you that path, so you don't. You're just that way around.
Do we have a pretty good idea that we actually are on the right path?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Okay.
You're following what they.
We don't see any mud,
list.
like we don't see any like mud snowmen or anything like that.
No.
See
mud.
any moving roads?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
No, the road is moving. Yes.
Can we tell like if we're pushing the horses too hard, or if they could go through the night? Are we able to tell that?
You can tell that you've been pushing the horses all day.
Okay.
So you can push them all night.
But we don't even know how far we are from the town because we're magical, we're amazing adventurers.
We're really good at this.
We can rest. It's fine.
I think we should rest.
I think we should rest.
All right, so give me a
Horse
survival.
probably could have kept going, but
Somebody give me a survival check on trying to find a good spot to rest on.
There you go.
All right. So you found an area that's not as.
Oh, it's not showing up.
It
No,
showed
it's
up.
showing up.
It showed up.
Wait,
It's
it's on my
22. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
it's like-
Pyros, and you found something other than a stream like the last time.
You found an area that's not as waterlogged, and that's probably the best that you're going to find in this zone. With the amount of dirt that's kicked up, the gaps in the road from the felled like the trees being uprooted from certain areas from this this flood, this wave and what, find that you do find a solid area to tying up and watering the horses them, and then y'all bed. What do you?
I've been riding for so long, I'm good to go to bed.
Okay.
Who's going to set watch? Is anybody going to set watch? Not the board game. Really?
Set a watch.
Yes.
Yes.
Tyros.
Nothing bad happens in that board game. To the
No.
person who stays
Nope.
at camp.
Exactly.
I'm gonna Dock the fire.
That's right.
No, I'll go in sentry mode.
If you
So.
sentry mode, I'll stay up with Tyros first shift is fine.
Okay. All right. So you all bed down.
She's already asleep. You know she's already asleep.
Right, sounds cool.
I nominate Araya for
She's
second
assumed
shift.
someone will wake her up when it's her shift.
Yep.
She's out.
Hey, G Dos, how's it going? Hi from India.
Hey.
Hello.
Awesome.
Oh,
Welcome.
welcome.
So you all bed down. You go into sentry mode. Viga, you're sitting up with him, and Viga, you're just kind of everywhere you stare off, you just see the red eyes. Like it's just behind in the darkness, everything there. Some of the give me a Viga, give me a wisdom.
Really?
Oh.
Well, that's
gonna
a
check the
save,
white
door.
but your mods are probably the same, right? Is your
Yeah,
mod 0?
It's 0.
Okay. So, as you're sitting there just kind of looking off and thinking about these things that's going on, and some of these blips and flashes of things come back to you, like going under these the waves, and then all of a sudden the log just coming in, slamming into you. As you're just fighting to reach up to get just get some air to just breathe something in and get above this water. You hear just kind of in your this echo of this memory of the feeling of being dishonored, right? And just kind of trying to fly and trying to move your way back up, and every single time you do, it's like back down, but you're not. He just kind of Tyros's hand come in and grab it and lift you up. As he does that, all of a sudden you're able to grab something and like get a handle on something, and as your head finally breaks the surface and you take in oxygen, you still just get that flash of those red eyes that come just sitting there. This just came to you. You're just kind of feeling what's going on.
It's a lot of emotion.
That's the night passes without incident, and I'll just say the watches happen as we go through. I know we got running low, but the night passes without incident. All take your different watches. Wake up the next rested. If you had any exhaustion left, you would lose one more.
Trance is in full form.
Trance is ready to take on a lich.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Don't ask for it.
He tasks me. He tasks me, then I will have him.
I can move faster than it can, and I'm on a run.
After gathering up the horses, you all climb aboard, then hit off riding again. The ride itself takes you up to when it comes towards as the day goes on, and you're just kind of moving through. Devastation is not localized, be everywhere. I mean, whatever this wave was that came through, however this wave was that came through, devastated a big chunk of Shorelands, where a lot of these areas are now that were flattened down, that are flattened down, or that were not as flooded are now fully flooded. It's still, it hasn't stopped. Even when you woke up and you stepped out onto that dock to see what's going on, the rain was still falling. It has not even let up. But you continue to ride. You continue to push on. It's towards the end of this day that you come to a fork in the road. And this road, the fork heads going north or going?
West.
We were
it
told to
is.
go west. I look at the map and see if this is the fork that I remember.
It is. It is the fork you're.
So I'm going to go back the way that we came from originally.
So north, gotcha.
No. No. We're going west.
I
See
know
ya,
what's
Trance.
north, and it's crocodiles
Yeah.
Right.
or alligators.
This is coming towards the end of the day, and you start your trek headed west. You're not going to get too far before nightfall. So are y'all making camp, or
I think we should make camp yet again.
Okay.
From this point, we would know how far it is to get to the city.
It's going to take you about on horseback, be 2 days riding hard, probably like a day and a half maybe.
So not through the night.
Yeah.
So
you'll give me a survival check to.
Tyros rock that thing.
Oh my goodness. The alligator map.
Oh gosh.
Oh!
It wanted to be 17.
It did want to be 17.
Really did.
It's like, no.
There wasn't a way to guide yourself and to be able to help you.
Oh yeah, about that.
What is he, a cleric? What are you talking about? No, you finally you are looking around. It takes a few hours. You make the best spot you can. Like, yeah, this looks solid.
And it's not.
Oh, it's not. But this is where, if you're gonna bed down, this is the best you can find.
That's it.
All right.
Go through the watch again.
Mhm.
I'm just
Same
going
as
to say
before.
second watch and pass out.
So you all rest, lay down. Well, you all take your watch. Vegan and Tyros, give me a
Oh jeez.
So the 17 is you're just kind of in sentry mode, just kind of looking around. There's not a lot of before, when y'all camped in this area, there was a lot of wildlife. It was a swamp. Now it's not so much as there. There is the buzzing of mosquitoes and flies and life that is part of a swamp, but but your time passes. Araya, during your watch, you give me a wisdom save.
More spoiler, not a proficient in that. It's not, oh, hey, there you go.
17.
17? Okay.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
As you're sitting on watch, you detect some thoughts. They weren't able to penetrate deep. They got some sort of level stuff. Kind of the more. What makes you think good enough? Weaker than the rest.
Okay.
It's like it's said in this voice of one of outed you in your exuberance, but it's solid, not built. As you just kind of continue to watch out, to just, this is stuff that just not like somebody's talking.
Got it. Okay.
And it's coming up.
But I can tell that it's somebody's in my mind.
Oh yeah, you could tell with that save, somebody was trying to get.
Okay.
I'm
gonna look at Trance and see, was it Trance?
Okay.
Trance is laying down, uncomfortably sleeping. So the night passes, their incidents come up, and the day horses and
Before we take off, I am gonna look at them and I'm gonna say, just so everyone knows, while I was doing my watch, I felt like someone was trying to get into my mind. So I don't know if there's danger close, but I just want to make you all aware.
Do you think it was somebody that was in the area, or would it have been from far away?
First, I thought it might have been you, but you were out cold, so
I have no reason to read your mind.
And he. So.
I'm gonna cast a call.
So you all mount up. Ta-da.
Okay.
Throughout the day, not much has changed in terms of scenery, and I mean that from a devastation perspective. It's just absolute mayhem that has hit the Shorelands. Take a while for the land itself to heal and recover. You ride on throughout the day into the evening. The roads are looking even more familiar, but as you get close to this evening, notice that there is black smoke in the far distance in where your direction you're.
This could be bad, everyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
If it's in the distance, do you
Skywalker
want to
found
push
Uncle
through?
Is this how Uncle Owen was found? Yeah.
Uncle Owen and Aunt Peru. That's what I feel like we're riding into.
They're just skeletons laying against the wall.
That traumatized me as a child. They were just like in that fight. It was awful. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Lucky that.
Flashback
Yeah.
to the 70s.
I know Tyros. You asked, do we keep pushing forward, you guys? Is there? I mean, we've come this far.
How
Or
much
do
farther do we have?
According to I'd probably say, like I said, if you push through and really wear the horses, probably get there earlier.
Okay. So we have to make up our mind. Do we think that we should rest here, knowing that this town is on fire? Do you think there would be people in the area still? Maybe do you think the town got assaulted? Do you think the town was just hit by the wave and is on fire from the wave? I don't think that is possible. Or do you think somebody has done this to the town and they could be lurking in this area?
And just to keep in mind, Breeden is a port city, so it's not small by any means.
Oh, so we think this fire is coming from.
Well, you don't
Yeah.
know where it's coming from.
No,
that's
but
just
that's correct.
theorizing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I have I can't shake this feeling of dread, but if that lieutenant is there, I think we need the manpower. But again, we could just be walking into a problem. So
Let's see you, Tyro.
Tyro's looking at the distance as he says this. If people need help, we need to get there quickly.
Viga, do you think it's worth it?
We might need the horses well rested enough to get the heck out of there, though.
We might be able to at least find some people there to help us, even if the town's been taken. The city's been taken. I think we go. I don't want to turn back now.
Yeah.
I think turn back is not an option.
Okay.
Now the question is, do we push these horses to the brink of exhaustion, or do we rest the night and head in the morning?
I think if we were going to push them, this is the time to push them.
Okay.
But the DM looks excited about that, so maybe no. Don't
I'm listening.
I
love the comments. I love the chatter.
Yeah.
I love it. Y'all are working as a team. It's beautiful.
Let's push our horses on.
All right.
Onto the thing. Here's
Before we go, then, hey Tyros, get some of those apples out. Let's get these horses some energy, and maybe they'll
feed them the poisoned fruit.
No, remember I gave one to that guy.
So maybe that will help the horses not.
We're going to give our horses extra horse rations.
I got a feeling we're going to need them. Is all I'm saying. I got a feeling we're going to need them.
Here's a power bar for you. And
so you're pushing them and you're riding them on. All right. So y'all push the horses on and ride on through the night. It gets really dark got the light.
Glow stick.
Glow stick. So you
Right,
could
it's called light.
yeah, you continue to press on into the night throughout the night. You all then take a long rest as well and riding on horse fun, so enjoy that point of
Yeah.
the it isn't until very, very early in the morning. It's still twilight out. But as you crest over, even in the distance, even in this darkness, even with what you can see, the city of Breeden in the distance, in the far distance, is burning and on fire. You can't really tell what's happening down there. It's just the blaze that is coming up from this is illuminating the night itself, and it's continuing on to burn and build out. And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
Nice.
Good stuff,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! We're back.
I know, and I'm
Go
gonna
back to
say,
work.
can we hear screaming?
We're level
people?
4. We're gonna have 1 minute here.
You're far enough. You're far enough away, but the next session, I guarantee it will be interesting.
Okay.
On what y'all plan to do, so it should be good. So
I think we should have stayed and built the wall.
Do we smell burning crocodiles?
Right. That's right.
So
Well, thank
so-
you, Derek, for getting us up and running here again. It's awesome to have you back to full power here and helping us get through our adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are y'all feeling about being back? Are y'all happy?
Yeah.
Still excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very pumped, and
I was going to take that
Yeah.
town down.
You would have certainly tried.
Don't like cages.
So we're gonna this was a lot of theater of mind play on this one just to kind of get us back into the swing, but I guarantee you there will be combat next time when we play. So we're gonna be doing this on, instead of, I think the first time when we did it was weekly, right? So now it's going to be bi-weekly. So our next game is going to be
well,
I think
The
it
first.
is
the first.
first.
The first. So it'll be the 1st of December will be our next game. And we'll continue chapter 2 Wildfire to see how. So let's go around the room and talk about, there's a lot of content creators on here that are more important than me. So let's talk about what they're working on.
That's fake news, by
Who's
the way.
that?
Yeah.
So let's go with Steve. What you got coming up on your channel?
Have a co-op chat in the morning with these lovely gentlemen. So we're going to talk about recent games we've been playing. Keep it kind of light. Because the week after that we'll be skipping because of holidays. But that's coming up. I will be posting a review for Voidfall sometime next week. I'm not sure exactly what day it's going to land on, but that'll be coming up. And then got some ideas for Monday's play, but I was going to talk to you about that. So I don't have that scheduled yet.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do whatever Steve says.
Oh, including
Nope.
building a table?
Nope. Retract.
Steve strikes back.
Boom.
I asked for it.
Oh goodness. So Barrett, what do you got coming up?
I'm going to drop a showcase on envelope. What's this called?
Oh, this was really fun. Actually, this escape meal from
From the guys on the back.
from those guys.
Awake and Wonder.
It was this. We had a lot of fun with this. We've only done the first one so far, but that was fun.
It's upside down.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a showcase on that. I got a few unboxing of Core
Oh,
Quest
sorry.
expansion. I've got the next Kingdom Death Monster playthrough. I've got the next Orc Quest playthrough. All that's recorded. I just have to edit it together and put it up.
Sweet.
And then I got to hang out with some guys tomorrow morning, early.
You get to hang out with some guy.
Hang out. Yep, you get. That's right. Other than that, Kyle and I are going to attempt to do a live stream this week. It's been like almost 4 weeks since we've done one. Every time we're getting together, it's either baseball or illness. One of the two has prevented us from getting together. So we're going to do, what is it, the Arkham Horror Living Card Game. We're going to do In's Derek Mouth.
Robin.
Oh, you love it, Robin.
I do love it. Can't take him anywhere.
We're gonna do that. I think that's about all I got. Derek, you got a ton of stuff coming, don't you?
Barrett just D's nuts me on this.
Gracious.
For me coming up, so far for I'd probably say this is going on the second week. I've been every day releasing a VOD of me playing Baldur's Gate 3 and going through that, so that's been fun. So I'm trying to keep that cadence going, and it's actually kind of nice because I can play the game for 30 minutes and then turn it off. Also coming up, the chat on Saturday. Sunday is Arkham Horror, The Circle Undone with Cynthia and Kate. Tuesday, more Kinfire, so I'm going to continue to play that. I'm actually at the mission that I played at Game of Palooza, so I'll be trying to survive that. I won't. So, then it's not. Then we're breaking for the Thanksgiving holiday. But what's coming up in the following week is more D&D, as well as the 2,000 subs celebration. I crossed.
Right, I saw that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. So milestone cross. So we'll be doing that. I have a really cool thing. I've talked to them about it, but I'm not going to tell y'all. I want it to be a surprise for the people coming on, and it's going to be a fun day of giveaways, games. I'll say games, and a really good time coming up. So that's December 2nd. If you want to be part of that giveaway, I'm adding games to that list like every single time I go through my collection. Say, yeah, I'm going to call that. So always check the list if you're interested in the giveaways, because something new is always going to pop up on. Yeah,
Is that what you're going to call your 2,000 subscriber giveaway? I'm going to call that.
I'm scared. What?
Call it. You'll give stuff away. I'm going to call it.
I'm trying to understand.
Ah,
No, it wasn't.
He took a swing at that one and just whiff.
Call it. It could be like a song. I'm gonna call it. Doesn't get any better.
Yeah, and also I'm learning Earthborn Rangers. So I'm learning that game to try to give it a shot. I am probably gonna dump that rule book on Steve at some point because Game of Palooza is coming up. And we'll see what we can get going in December. We'll align our schedules and see how that shakes out and when. But until then, everybody, thank you, Barrett, Robin, Kim, Steve. Thank you so much. You all are amazing players, and I cannot wait to play with y'all again.
Looking forward to it.
We love y'all. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.